Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy. Ooh, let me turn it off. It's your boy SMDD Dizzy here. And sorry if you hear any thunder. It's storming outside. But with my story time Saturday, I wanted to talk about my first ever. I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna do my first ever video game, and then my first ever actually played video game. Cause you know, you have your first couple video games where you kind of just played it because they were fun. You really didn't get into gaming until later on. Like you played a certain game. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna say my first game. I'm gonna say who bought it and its sort of significance. So my first ever game, I had a PS2. It wasn't mine. It was my parents. They kind of just played it all the time. So they bought me one for like my 9th or so birthday, somewhere around there. And the first game they got for me was this one Bakugan game. I just can't remember the name of it. Oh my god, I played that game for what felt like 40 straight days. Me and my friend to spend the night over, and he stayed up till 3 a.m. That was my first time ever staying up to play a video game. So we stayed up till 3 a.m. playing that game. We beat it at the end of the night, but it took us to the end of the night. But then the other game I got was Frogger, and that's when I would sit there and I would play Frogger for countless hours. I would sit there and try to beat Frogger, but all of the levels in Frogger at that point in time were just too freaking hard for me. Cause you know, I was ass, right?
3, 2,
so then
1, brawl.
Then I moved into sports games, cause my uncle, he played on the Saints. He was tight end for the Saints, back in '05. So of course, I think the latest game he's in was '07. So I decided I jacked his stats up, made him a 99, and then I traded, everybody good to the Saints. So I played with the Saints mostly back then. But I was playing against my friend that was in my neighborhood, in my grandma's neighborhood, and I was backed up on the 1-yard line, and I backed all the way up to the back at the end zone, threw a pass, and he caught it and ran for a touchdown. And then it popped up. It said I broke the world record for the longest touchdown in this game, which I thought was hilarious. And shit, what else happened? So we did my first sports game. We did my first game. My first ever fighting game was, I believe, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Oh my god, dude, I played that shit. It got to a point where I didn't even play any of the other Mortal Kombats. I just kept on playing fucking Armageddon. This is 11. Is literally the only actual legit Mortal Kombat that I actually have. Just been playing Armageddon and shit. Now I am missing a whole subject. I never said anything about first-person shooters, because the first-person shooters was when I got competitive. Now we did basically hit everything else, except for RPGs, which I didn't really play that many RPGs. I did play World of Warcraft. I did play a lot of World of Warcraft. So that's an MMO. That was my first. Well, I could say that was my first MMO, but I don't know if that was my first RPG. I don't think it was. I just can't remember if I played it. Well, I played a couple Dragon Ball Z RPGs. Now that I think about it. What was that one? Dragon Ball Legends? Oh my god. I think that was the name of it. It was the worst Dragon Ball Z game, but yet it was so fucking fun to me. shit. What else did I play? I played. Sorry if you've seen the same gameplay twice, because I knew this was gonna be a kind of long video, so I kind of just recorded like a few games. I recorded 5 minutes. Like, yeah, I think this is the same game as the last one. So whenever I got upgraded to a PS3, you know, I always played like Marvel vs. Capcom. Well, not Marvel vs. Capcom yet. I would play Tekken and just get fucking dogged on, right? So I would always play with my dad. My dad, you know, dads have like a secret knack for being good at Tekken. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So then he was like, oh, a new fighting game came out. It's called Marvel vs. Capcom. And I was like, you know what? I'll play it. And then I figured out that when we got it, I was like, I'm just going to get my ass clapped. But I figured out that game was mad simple, right?
Random.
And I stayed up late, and I was just learning shit. I was learning how to, like, you know, do combos and shit. And I got so good with 3 characters. I got good with this little dog named Amaterasu. I got good with Hulk. And then I got good with, I think it was Spider-Man, or something like that. And they could not beat me when I used those 3 characters. So then they started saying I couldn't use the 3 characters, so I found 3 more characters that I was good with, and just kept going on and on until I was pretty much good with the whole roster. So then that was like my first ever, like, I was full on into the game. Like, that was my first ever, like, I even did online shit. Like, I was pretty fucking good at that game. Now, the first game that I truly was heavy in was when I switched over to the Xbox 360. I mean, my uncle, he gifted me Black Ops 1, but I didn't really play it like that because it was out of the year cycle. I never played any of the Modern Warfare games. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. I never played any of them. I only played the Black Ops games. I didn't even play Advanced Warfare. I played World War II, but I didn't even own it. I only own it now because my uncle gifted it to me. I've literally only played the Black Ops games. So the first ever like true gaming moment that I was in was Black Ops 2. But I started off with Black Ops 2 multiplayer, and then they came out with the most beautiful map to ever exist in zombies, known as Origins. And I swear to you, if Xbox 360 tracked hours, I would have like 2,000 plus, some ridiculous fucking number, like 300 hours played in that game. Origins, literally, the satisfaction of making a staff in Origins, I'm almost certain that with the combined, because that was about the same time, well, it was a little bit later, that we were still playing Marvel vs. Capcom. That and the combined not being beaten in those games really showed me the satisfaction of, you know, playing video games and actually doing good. And then that right there was the moment where I became a gamer. Even though I was still playing sports, that was the moment where I truly became like an actual, like, someone who loves playing video games. It's just, winning is just satisfying. Nothing else. Winning is just satisfying. So with that being said, I'm gonna give a shout out to the boys, SMTD Fate. You know, he working now, boys. I ain't got to talk to him in a minute. SMTD Elite, the man, and then you got SMTD Eclipse, who want to be a mixer streamer. And with that being said, I'm